Oh, I did not update this. And I'm guessing it's the same with this. Yeah, it is. Okay, pin that message. That looks good, that looks good. Am I live on YouTube? I did not hit the go live button yet. Do not look ready for runs. Maybe the runs, but not running. This live stream recording is not available. What are you talking about? That's not what I'm. Second run, week 1. What is going on here? That is not the title. I'm so confused. Week 1. I don't know. For some reason, YouTube didn't update the title, even though in YouTube Studio I have the title updated, but whatever. Oh, yeah, I don't even have my shoes on because I was already running late. I was supposed to go live like 20 minutes ago. Turn Ninja off. Wasn't really watching him anyways. It was just background noise while I was doing other stuff. Plug this in. Oh man, my nose is itchy. And did it work? Yes, I did get my overlay finally working. I don't know. I literally just had to move it somewhere else on the screen and then just move it back. And it started to work. So I don't know what that was about. But the heck is going on here? Now, hopefully this is going to be a long run. I don't know if it is or not, but hopefully. I wonder if I refresh this. I'm going to try to refresh. Hold on. Whoa, this mouse. I don't know what is up with it. Yeah, why is it? Whoa. Well, I don't know why that isn't updated. That is gonna bug me that my YouTube title has not updated. But Ooh, excuse me. So my leggies after so far this week, doing more miles in the last 3 days than I've done in a week for like 3 months. My legs actually feel good. But my motivation, streaming with title from 4 streams ago. I don't understand why it's that way. Whoa. Can I update this and maybe second run? Huh. I'm gonna try and just update this again. I think that's why. Save. I mean, I doubt anybody's gonna tune in on YouTube anyways, but you know, whatever. Nope, it updated. Okay, I just had to update it again. Okay, let me go grab the vest. Probably going to be out there for, if I had to guess, maybe 4 hours is this run. If I do the actual run I want to do. That's a big if, because I am lacking motivation for this. Grab this, get my trash out. Just throw that over there. Grab me some nutritions. Little go-go squeezes. I need to fill up my water. Oh, jeez. Somehow I've had 3 people at least jump into my YouTube stream, but they're not sticking around. Okay. I don't need my headlamp. Don't think I need that. I still have a frog in my throat, which is normal. Okay, put this in there. I need my coat. Oh, I need to put my watch on. Coffee. I'm still working on my second cup here. You're awesome. Keep that shit up. I have to tell myself that every day. To go get my coat. My coat I already brought over here. It's on the back of my chair. So I don't think it snowed anywhere last night like it said it was supposed to. Okay, we want that hat. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. So I'm a dumbass and forgot to jump off of Wi-Fi before I started. So you're gonna have to hit the refresh button in like 30 seconds because I'm gonna lose everybody. Well, it looks like Twitch is back. Can't say the same thing about Kick. YouTube never has a problem. I don't know what it is with everything else, but yeah, oh well. I don't know if Kick is gonna come back or not. Whatever. It says Kick is down, but I don't care. So I don't know why, but whenever I have to jump, like I lose, like it's only Twitch and now Kick, I guess, but pro streamer. Did you see a message about Compass? No, I did not. And why is my chat not working? I got that. Oh, there we go. Now I'm seeing chat on my phone. Full size G-Shock watch, but it's just a big luminescent compass. Nice. Okay, let's do this. Only $45, holy cow. Oh, that's nice. I don't think I want to use this one. It's a little, good thing I checked that. Has a dial on the side for land nav. Well, I learned that mine has a land nav. Well, basically a map setting on it where I can actually look at the map without even having like a route downloaded or the map downloaded. Okay, so it looks like Kick is actually working. It's EMP proof. Nice. Do I need some? Yeah, we're gonna take our sunglasses. Why are you just fine? I'll put you up here. taste in the sauce. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Downstairs. Multi-cam over rice set for $45. Dang. Ooh, I don't know if my half muscles are gonna take a long run today, but we're gonna set out to do one. Okay, set you guys down. That, change cameras, get my watch started. Come on, work. There we go. Going full return building to Snow Gilly. Oh man, it is every bit of the 31 degrees or whatever it said it was out here. But it's gonna warm up. It's not gonna warm up much today. But that sun is gonna pop out, so it is gonna warm up. So I think we're gonna go up here, go to Reader's Alley, take that one road, do our little zigzag up to, I don't even know what it is up there. And then that must be La Grande maybe, on the base of the mountain. Take that all the way over, drop down into Montana Wild, go over to 10 Mile Park, and run up Head Lane for a little ways anyways. And then we'll turn around, come back, finish the loop in 10 Mile Park, and then take that back, or jump on the rail trail all the way back to Centennial Park. Depends on what our mileage is at that point. Possibly do a loop at Centennial Park and then run back here. But there may be a lot of walking. I am not feeling it today. Not because my legs are tired or my body's tired. I'm actually feeling pretty good. I just don't have the motivation to run. That is my problem. Oh. But I need to get this done today. And really, if I don't feel as up to it, we'll see how I feel when I get down, further into it. But I just need miles. I don't need to do it all in one run. I just didn't want to. I need to get a lot of stuff done today, and it's hard when I'm splitting up the runs like I have been this week. Oh, my leggies are not warmed up yet, though. They're not stiff, but I can tell the glycogen reserves are not completely rebounded yet. My legs just don't have as much pep to them. And this is uphill, so I can feel it. there being tons of kids here. I must have timed it just right, so they're not on their little recess or whatever. Holy cow. Uphill is getting me. We're going to let this car go by, because there's absolutely no cars either way after him, so, or her. I didn't see if it was a him or her. Oh. We're just going to walk this uphill. You don't stretch or warm up? No. Even on race days, I live by the motto of the first 2 miles is a warm-up. No, unless it's like a 5K where I'm trying to run like super fast at PR, then I might warm up and do some dynamic stretching and a couple strides or something. But yeah, this is all easy running, especially this week. It's all easy running, so I have no need, really. Although this morning I did hit my calf muscles with the massage gun, just because my calf muscles are feeling a little tight. But right now they feel pretty good. And surprisingly, they actually felt really good, comparatively speaking, this morning. Oh. Yep, calf muscles. Oh, my hands are freezing already. I should have worn my heavier gloves. But I was hoping, well, by the time we get into this run, in about an hour or so, I'm guessing that sun's going to be in full out and it'll start warming up. But even then, it's only supposed to get to low 50s today, if even that. What blasphemous. How dare she take the massage gun? So do we want to go up this way? I'm not sure. There's a part of me that wants to just run down to Holter, because I'm the local legend for that. So it'd be nice to do that segment, just to get another run up that. But that means I'd have to run down to run back up. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to do this. Oh. Dead end? What? I thought that was the street with the bridge on it. Maybe it's this next street. We're just gonna walk these uphills. I got my my first payout ever on Twitch yesterday. That felt kind of cool. Now that I've been paid, I think I'm going to start calling myself a pro streamer, since I'm making money off of it. One more test. What the heck time is it? I thought you'd be done by now. See, we laugh about that, but from what I hear, somebody in her class probably needed to learn that. Or maybe not needed to learn that specifically, but needs to be told simple things like that. I love the smell of fireplaces, so that is one cool thing about this time of year. What? There is a trail access point right there. Did not know that. Oh. No, I actually never noticed there was a street there. They're phasing out the woodland woobies. They're selling for like $100. Holy cow. Well, that's like, I saw a video on TikTok the other day where the guy was, I mean, it was a satire video, but a lot of truth in it too. And he was talking about I don't remember what kind of business he owns, but people going in there wanting, military discounts or whatever. And so he'd ask for proof, and they'd be like, well, I don't have proof. So then he'd just say things that only somebody in the military, the term, would know. One of them was like, because depending on if people said they're Marines or whatever, one of them that he so like he'd ask him, oh, what was your like MOS, or what was this, or whatever, and then this one guy was like, oh, I was a 11 Bravo. And even though everybody in the Army knows what it's called, but he was like, basically said like, what do you, something like, what do you call a poncho liner or whatever? He's like, a whoopee. He's like, yep, okay, you get your military discount. Okay, here's Holter. This is where we turn left. that guy, he's going the wrong way. You run up Holter, not down it. You're going the wrong way. How does he know where we're going? If you know that movie reference, we need to be best friends. Guess we don't have to run up the middle of the street. In fact, that movie is supposed to be watched this time of year. One of my favorite movies of all time. You're going the wrong way. How does he know where we're going? With another, well, two other famous lines out of there. One of them being, "Want to buy a watch?" Oh, somebody's out here running. Doing their run, probably hitting the trails. So they took their road shoes off. Nope, it is not Police Academy 2. One of the other, probably most famous line out of the movie was, "Where are your hands? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows." Planes, Trains, or Automobiles. That's the movie. It's I always consider it a Christmas movie because he's trying to get home. Hello, hi there, buggers. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It's an awesome movie, and I always consider it a Christmas movie, just because that's when I think of holiday movies. I would consider it a holiday movie, but I mean, they were trying to get home for Thanksgiving, not for Christmas. So, but it was all snowy and everything, so it just makes you think of like Christmas. One of my most favoriteest movies ever. The only one that might top it, probably my number one movie, is Three Amigos. That movie is so stupid, and we used to just get completely blasted in college and watch that movie. It's even funnier then. I love Three Amigos. What is infamous? Oh, infamous means he's more than famous. He's infamous. Yeah, I own all those movies on old school DVD just because well, they're doing a lot of work on the trails here. Gonna put some fence in. I used to know the words, all the words to My Little Buttercup, because Three Amigos. My little buttercup has the greatest smile. was a mail plane. How do you know it was a mail plane? Didn't you see its two little balls? It just has so many great lines in that movie. I mean, come on, Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, and Martin Short. I mean, how many piñatas would you say? Would you say I have a plethora of piñatas? Sí, señor guapo. Tell me, how many is a plethora? Señor guapo, you cannot expect me to be as intelligent as you. I love that movie. Moving in. Well, that's the new house that was built. I wonder if they're staging. That's the construction place, probably staging it to sell. If I had to guess. Oh man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this entire long run or not, but we're going to give her a go. Give her a go. All right, hey, we've only made it to Henderson. Oh, we're street sweeping. Been up an hour over it. That's how I felt. I woke up at my normal time. And I figured I'd be going late, or going on. Like on my YouTube, I scheduled it for 8:30. Because I was like, I'm gonna get up, run over to the laundromat, do my laundry, and I'll be back easy by then to where I can get everything up and go and all that. And I woke up, and I drank my first cup of coffee. Usually I don't even make it through a cup of coffee. And I just have like a really small coffee pot that I use. And I think it has, it says 4 cups or whatever, but really that's only 2 cups of coffee. But gosh dang, I drink. Plus I ate some oatmeal this morning because I knew I'd be doing a long run, which is a little more than I usually have for breakfast first thing. And yeah, I didn't go do my laundry, that's for sure. Well, I just sat there in bed, drank a cup of coffee, watched Ninja because they did another OG update, so I wanted to check it out and see. He made me laugh quite a bit. I was already unmotivated to run or do anything really. But he, with his newest update, was struggling so much. He was playing for 2 hours before he finally got his first win, and it drove him to drink. He was just so frustrated. He was like, I'm gonna go grab a beer. It was like, it's 9:30 in the freaking morning. But it must have helped, because then he drank a couple sips out of that beer and won his first game. But it's like all the sweats are coming out, everybody has, like, they just boosted up the loot pool for everybody. So everybody's running around with a gold scar and a friggin' gold spaz and everything. It's like oh, I was saying I was 2 miles, and that was a slow mile. Trying to keep it between 9 and 10 minutes, and that was almost an 11-minute mile. Oh well, it's not about speed this week. I love the view up here, overlooking the valley. I mean, it's completely sunny up in the wilderness area out there. I don't remember what that's called. I think technically there's 2 wilderness areas. One is the Gates of the Mountain Wilderness, because the Gates of the Mountain is right there. And then the other one, I want to say it's called the Beartooth Wilderness, but that just like boggles my mind, because the Beartooth Mountains are 200 miles away. And there's and that one's called the Absirica Beartooth Wilderness down there. So I don't know why they have this name, the Beartooth, up here, because it has nothing to do with the Beartooth. But whatever. I do need to. That's another thing. I was talking to Rachel last night about how I feel like I'm more busy now than when I was actually working full time. And I don't have anything written down, because it's always when I'm out like here that I remember all the stuff I need to do. But I want to, there's a trail up there in that wilderness area. It is the most horrendous trail ever, because it is just has so much deadfall going across the trail and hasn't been maintained for years. And so I want to talk to him about doing the trail maintenance there. Because some of the other trails around there, like there's a backcountry horse association that maintains one of the other trails that up in that area, and then there's another, like some sort of club that does it. So I can spend, it wouldn't even take, because the section of trail I would want to do is like 6 miles long maybe, and the top part isn't too bad. It's really only about a 2-mile section, so I mean you could easily take a week and have that trail looking nice. But I don't know, we'll see. I want to take this little trail down, but I think I passed it already. I think it was back there. I missed it because we're almost to the road. Although I really want to just go all the way down, but I don't know what to do. If I go that way, I get really deep in that little draw, and I'll start losing signal. We discovered that last spring when I went up that way while I was trying to live stream. So I think we'll just go down this way. to go that way, but we're going to go this way. I will lose signal. I'm already dropping, but could be me. No, it could be me in this whole section that we just went through. But it should get better now because we're running towards the cell tower. I mean, we're gonna run literally right by it, actually. We'll be within about 100 yards of the cell tower here in about a half a mile. But the way the topography is, it blocks it a little bit right in that little section I was at. And it just gets worse as I go down that road. The cell tower's right there over the top of the rooftop. I don't know if you can see it or not. No dog pooping right there, just, you know. I want one of those signs to put in my van. No dog pooping in the van. Blow my nose out, but I don't want to do it in front of somebody's house. Oh, that's weird. I never run into cars here. Turn left. All of them are turning left. That's like an odd place for so much traffic to come and then turn left up that street. Whatever. Oh. Well, the good news is, this is another reason why I want to do my big miles today, but being that it doesn't look like we got any snow up in the higher elevations last night like they said we were supposed to, I should be able to possibly get out maybe tomorrow and try and shoot something. Although a lot of that is going to be recon to make sure I can even get up where I need to get to. Because I look at the Continental Divide and it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of snow. There's a little bit of snow. But I should be able to get up there in my van. Because I'm just going to be driving on forest roads, and usually, especially this time of year, a lot of traffic. So the only problem will be not because the snow is deep or anything like that, because it'll all be packed down, but how packed down and icy it's going to be. That's where the problem will be. But it's a good, depending on which side I come in at. Well, it actually doesn't matter which side I come in at. Either side is an hour and a half, even though the other side is about 40 miles further of a drive. But most of that is highway and freeway for a little bit. There's only, on the other side, maybe 6-7 miles of gravel road, where on this side I only have like 15 miles of highway, and then I have like 30 miles of gravel road. Or I should say forest road. It's not really gravel road. It is usually really rough. But hopefully, I don't know, I'll have to see. Problem on this side is I have to walk in a long ways to be able to shoot anything, because there's another wildlife management area on this side, and the rules for my tags are like very specific. And so the other side is all Forest Service, and it's a lot easier for me to hunt. Well, hello there, puppers. Hi. That's a good puppers. I don't know if that's a Griffon or a German wire here. I think it was a Griffon. I always went back and forth on originally about getting one of those versus a Vizsla when I got my Vizsla. But now that I've had a Vizsla, I will never get anything else. Man, I'm running slow down this hill. I don't know what this guy's doing. Again, there it goes with that timing. It's like there was nobody the whole time we ran down. Last 10 minutes on that street, and then as soon as we get to the intersection, of course there's a car. I will bet you this time of day I'm probably gonna have to hit the button across the highway here. Actually, I don't even know what highway this is. This is Highway 12, isn't it? US Highway 12, I think. That you can pretty much drive all the way across the US on. There are certain portions where it combines with some of the other highways, because you know you have to get around the Great Lakes. But man, if I was here like 5 seconds earlier, I could have got across. Let's try and beat this dump truck. Don't want to get hit by a dump truck. Oh, we were able to do it, despite the fact that I had to pee really bad. Oh, of course it did. The dump truck slowed down. He's turning left, so I didn't even have to run that fast. Oh, I lied to you guys. I said we'd be within 100 yards of the cell tower, and in reality we're probably about 25 yards, if even that. But they're also doing work on it, so maybe that's why I'm having drop issues a little more than what I normally would. Okay, I gotta blow my nose out. Whew, man, there was a lot in there. Man, I gotta pee so bad. So bad. Like I'm almost worried about running. I might pee myself. But I guess nobody's around me. They'd never know. I'm wearing black. It'd be harder to tell. This just makes me think so two things. don't actually remember who was telling the story, but find a business. There is no business. I mean, you got the Kessler Brewing Company here, but you can't go in there. I'm only about a quarter mile from a pit toilet, so I can get there. But I'll never forget running Fargo Marathon, and I ended up having severe cramp in my hamstring. That's where I injured my hamstring, actually. At around mile 16, 17, somewhere around there. Because I had to pee so bad, so got to an aid station and I ran into the porta potty, peed, and then I had to sprint back up with the pace group. And when I did that, that was about all my hamstring could take. Well, I was talking to a guy afterwards because I had been running, like 16 miles with him. So then at the end, he was like, where'd you go? What happened? And I told him, he's like, dude, you just pee while you're running. It's like, you don't ever stop like that. And I was like, that's gross. Like, what? And he's like, yeah, you just whip it out the side of your shorts and just pee. Well, then last year I was listening to an interview, and I don't remember who it was, some other famous runner, trail runner, like Tim Tollefson or somebody like that. And he was talking about racing Zach Miller one time. I think it was during the TNF race over in California. And he talked about how it was just like a battle between him and Zach Miller. And this is, Zach was pretty established for just racing hard and all this. And he was just going back and forth with him. And at one point he was trying to catch him again, and he caught back up to him, and he was only 5 yards behind him or whatever. And all of a sudden he was getting hit with water. And he glances up, and Zach Miller's just peeing while he's running, like a 6-minute mile. And he was like, hey, what the hell? And Zach because he's so focused, had no idea that this guy had caught back up to him. And so he was just like, oh, sorry. And he said that was when he realized if he wanted to be as good as he could be as a pro runner, you just got to pee while you're racing. That you just got to leave everything out there. And that's why I will never be an elite pro. No, he was just so focused. That's just Zach Miller's, that's how he races. He's done interviews himself and talked about how there's a lot of times that he just gets so focused that he's totally oblivious to everything around him. And it's hurt him in races because of that. Oh man, there's somebody up here in the whole thing. So I don't really want to set the camera down. Oh. I don't know if that means there's somebody else in there or what. I don't know what that means. Oh. Okay, well, I'm going to set you guys down right here. Those advanced sniper suits had a zipper on each. Just mute it and take it in? No. She saw me run up and she ran. So, some old lady, I don't know what she was doing, but the time I do that would be the time that somebody would report me for inappropriate things and I'd get banned. Even though there's more inappropriate things being done. And it is actually kind of like perfect weather out here. A little bit chilly, but I'm not too cold. I've actually warmed up now. These clouds keep moving in, so I'm not going to see any sun. That's the break I thought I was going to get, but you could see the band of clouds moved over the top of it, so I didn't even get any sun from it. So, but we're gonna run up Head Lane up there, which is uphill. I'm only at 4 miles. I still got a long ways to go, but it's okay. Oh. You know, when I stop like that, it's hard to get going again. You can't stop, or you can't, what is it? You can't stop once you start. It stings. Which is another great movie. Wish you could have slept more. I actually, for the first time in about 4 days, pretty much slept through the night. Other than at one time I had to wake up and pee because I wanted to make sure I was thoroughly hydrated for today's run. So I drank so much liquid before I went to bed that I had to go so bad at about, 2:30 in the morning or so. Normally I don't have to wake up in the middle of the night. So, thirsty boys with their 1 hour. Advertise my stream like that? No. Well, it's a good thing we're not running up Head Lane right now, because I mean, we're almost there, but it's like a good, half a mile up to the train tracks. Hopefully the train doesn't stop on the tracks, because that'll suck. That's happened to me coming from the other direction, which is what I almost thought about doing today, is that route, because that was my 20-mile route when I was training for marathons. But I did not. You have to run next to this, basically a highway, and there's not much shoulder, and I really didn't want to do that on a weekday. It's okay on a Saturday because there's not as much traffic. On a weekday, I did not want to run up that. And it's only like, you only have to run up it because there's some newer housing developments where you can kind of jog through them, and then, but you still have to jump on the highway for, but geez, that was a short train. Holy cow. That's the shortest train I've ever seen out here. But you're maybe running next to the road for a mile and a half, probably, maybe not even that. Oh, let's see, we gotta read this. Where does it go? I don't know what it says. And then this one goes this way. I don't know what that says. Our Hearts J. Our Hearts J. And then I don't know what that one says. Oop. Heart AY. It looks like a penis with balls and an N running into another heart with a smiley face. I gotta plug my phone in. I'm already used all my battery. It's only been an hour. That tells you how cold it is. You used to have to crawl over trees all the time as a kid. Yeah. This is hard because you can never tell. Oh, here comes a Chinook. When a train is stopped there, the only reason why it stops there is because a train's coming from the other direction or something, because it's double train tracks. And it's before they go over the Continental Divide, or coming down the Continental Divide, I guess. But it's the only place because it's only single track going over the Continental Divide. So you get a lot of trains that stop right there. Come on, plug in there, phone. There we go. Okay, I think I'm charging. Let's cross the road. Try not to get hit by people going to the military base. And there goes a Chinook. I don't know if you guys can see it. Am I up high enough? There it is. Now you can see it. You need an army girlfriend? No, you don't. Have you seen the girls in the army? Come on now. It is very rare that any of them are, especially if you want to stick around our age. They're rough looking when they get a little bit, just even a few years in. Although I will say the hottest girlfriend I ever had was a little PFC when I was working here. We're not going to talk about the fact that I was a warrant officer dating a PFC. But she was, man, just smoking hot. Rachel's not on. And there's exceptions. Don't tell us story again. Sheep are looking at me as I go by. Like, what the? Looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing out here? Oh yeah, she is the one that stole my camera. Have I told that story before? Talking about you and your needs. Well, yeah, but all the stuff you want that you would use her for, you know, for army supplies and stuff, has been modernized. They don't exist anymore in this supply system. She wouldn't be able to get them for you. Surprised, the one thing I haven't seen since I've been back is any Special Forces doing any training out here. Please, sick of soft ass people. Although, you know, fleecing a woman, you could help her get that married BAH. So she just needs to kick it back to you. I need to just go out there and say hi to peeps. I mean, one of my friends that he retired as their, it's the Joint Force headquarters, but so it'd be like a division level. But so he retired as the division G1 Sergeant Major. And I've known him for many, many years. And I mean, he's like 62 years old now. And he just went back to work out here at the base as a what do you call it? A GS employee or a Title V? I think he's a Title V, which would still be a GS, but he's a Title V employee. This is a guy that has his whole military career always maxed out his TSP and, you know, was very diligent with investments and saved every little bit of money, never bought anything extravagant, anything like that. So I can guarantee he is well off in retirement. Plus, I mean, you know, Sergeant Major retired pay with 30 whatever years of service. He's definitely doing well. And I'm like, dude, he's been retired for like 2 years. He retired right before I did, like 9 months before me or so, 10 months before me. And he had to turn down a lady yesterday because he couldn't stop talking about NPR. But he like shot me a message, I don't know, a month ago, and he was like, hey, I'm going back to work as a Title V employee in the G1 office. And I'm like, I go, one, why would you want to do that? Like, you obviously don't need the money. And two, why would you do that right at the beginning of hunting season? Which, I mean, if you're going to get a job, you can't really necessarily time it. But he was like, I'm just bored. I'm sitting around doing nothing all day. It's like, I just wanted to go back in there just so I wasn't bored anymore. So that being said, I do need to just go out there and stop by and say hi and see who is in that office, because, you know, there's always so much turnover, everything, you know, normal military stuff. Every 2 to 3 years, everybody rotates around and PCSs and all that. And I haven't been in that office for almost 4 years now. But I do know the G1 Sergeant Major that's in there now. I know him because me and him got on active duty at the same time. Well, me and my one guy that retired actually got on to AGR at the same time too. But the 06, the actual G1, was my captain down at the battalion S1 level when I deployed to Iraq. So it's kind of cool to see him now as an 06 full-bird colonel. I haven't talked to him for many years, so it'd be kind of cool to just sit down and talk to him. See what his impression is. So here's the reason why I haven't gone back to that office for so long. The system that they're using is what the project I was working on when I was back in DC. And it has some problems. It had some issues that we were trying to get fixed before they went live, which is why it was actually, the go live date was delayed a whole year. But finally the Secretary of the Army was like, I don't care what the problems are, you just gotta release what you have and we'll work on it as we go. Well, one of my good friends okay, hold on. That's lovely. Had a phone call come in, interrupt. Probably a spam call. Actually, looking at the number. By looking at the number, I think it's the VA calling to remind me that I need to get scheduled for a physical. So here's the shitty thing. Working through the VA, it's like because of the whole, what was the new thing that came out that had to do with like the burn pits and all that? I remember what it was. Some law that was passed, and you had up until like 2 months ago. I think they extended it actually, but originally you had up until like 2 months ago. It's like August or something like that. Probably that to like fill out a claim or whatever. I don't know what it is. I was already on the burn pit registry when it came out a long time ago. But so I jumped in there to fill that out. But while I was in there, I have a VA disability from when I deployed to Iraq. And it's been in suspension because you can't claim that while you're on active duty. Or you can't get compensated for it while you're on active duty. Let's put it that way. Well, I never turned it back on when I got out of the military, so I did that as well. And so I've been getting all these. Well, I did talk to the lady, I don't know, back in like July, and I was like, I can't get scheduled for anything because they want to schedule me for the burn pit side of the house for a physical. And the paperwork I got, they acknowledged that, hey, you already have this. We don't need to do anything with that. You're already going to get that. But we need to get you scheduled for this. Because like one of the things that I got that I had problems with after that, which it sounds like they're going to connect to burn pit, is eczema. And sometimes my eczema flares up like really, really bad. But most of the time it's manageable. And so they're possibly going to do some service connecting there. Stop swallowing. I'm not swallowing it, I'm just luring it in. This is uphill, so I'm breathing hard. That's the problem. It may not look uphill, but it is uphill. But anyways, it's like they won't turn back on my disability that I've already been approved for until I go through the whole process on the other stuff, which I mean, I get, but it's like, just turn that on. I'll work through this other stuff.
But when I talked to the lady, what is that, over in Europe, I was like, I'm over in Europe, I can't get scheduled for a thing. But I told her I'd be back in most likely in November, so now she's calling again to get me scheduled. But it's always when I'm out like on a run or something, I'm live streaming. It's like, I can't talk to you right now. Oh. Sometime next couple days I gotta get my appeal filed for my state while I was in Europe. Sent me a notice that for my state income taxes I owe them like $195 penalty because I didn't make quarterly payments, estimate payments last year because I owed so much money. Well, the only reason why I owed so much money is because I had a huge amount of income come in December. How am I going to make quarterly estimates on something that I didn't even know I was going to get? And I got the last month of the tax year. And by the way, the only reason why I owed so much money is because it bumped me up into a different tax bracket. Because I paid taxes on that amount, income taxes on the amount of money that I actually got in December too. So, well, then because it was while I was in Europe, I didn't get my mail or anything. And the first actual, I went all back through my mail, could not find the actual notice of assessment that they sent me in July, literally 2 days after I left for Europe. Oh, I gotta walk for a little bit. This uphill is killing me. The downhill will be nice though. And so then the very next one I got was, October. Well, by the time it showed up in my mailbox, and the one I got in October was them saying, since you haven't paid this, you owe us interest now too. And then I got one in November saying, now you owe us even more interest because you haven't paid this. It's like, I haven't even been here for one, and two. And so by the state rules, you have 45 days to appeal it from the time you get the notice of assessment. And it's not the time you get it, it's the time it, basically the postmark on it, the day that it was sent out. It's like, I wasn't even back from Europe in 45 days after you sent that thing. I went back from Europe 60 some days after. So they have a appeal that you can do for some reason if you couldn't do the 45 days from the notice of assessment. So I got to do an appeal to the appeal and then write my appeal. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? And it's like, you have to upload all the supporting documents too. So I'm like, well, what do I upload for that? Because I could upload my plane tickets so you can see what I came and left, but then, you know, all this kind of stuff, it's like, or do I just scan an image of my passport with the in and out on the dates? Like, what do you guys want? Because I could doctor anything for, you know, airline tickets or whatever. Passport stamps, so that'd be a little more trickier to doctor. Still could do it. You're still uploading a PDF. What was that? That was 6 miles. So we are a little bit slower, about an 11-minute mile pace average, roughly. So that would put me at, if I go back, be 8, 9, that'd only be 13 miles. Man, how am I going to get extra miles? Because if I go too much further up this way, I'm going to lose everybody. Because we went up this way before. And there's a lot of trails out there that I want to explore. But this kind of weaves around. And I lose signal. Okay, I'm gonna blow the snot out. Just to make Bartbag happy. My problem is it don't matter what the weather is. My nose runs while I'm running. It tries to keep up with me running. And if it's got a little bit of chill in the air, like right now, it's like twice as bad. So it's like a constant flow of snot. I think I could go maybe a little bit more. Try and get maybe another, easily get another mile, but I know if I go that way, that's where I was talking about where I used to run. But that's not going to really gain me anything. This is the only 2 ways in and out of here is head lane all the way back down there. Which now you can kind of see how much uphill I did. It's downhill all the way to the highway down there. This is still some uphill. Oh man, that sun's coming out now. And I can definitely feel that that sun has some warmth to it. Sun definitely has some warmth to it. I'll put my sunglasses on and hope they don't fog up since I'm sweating pretty good. Man. There's some roads that go back into the training area back there. It would be so much fun to run on. You guys can see there's the mount site. Right. I can't see the screen versus the little knob underneath the big knob. Right to the left of it there is the mount site. For the training area over there, and then off to the right, you can't make it out from this distance, but off to the right is a old bridge that this military bought that was being replaced actually just down the street here, and they moved it out there to use for lane training like IEDs, stuff like that. They actually have a pretty dang good training area out there, which is why the special forces come in. Plus, like way up here where all the trees are on this section is the land nav course. All the way even over to there is the land nav course. One of the toughest land nav courses in the US. I guess we'll just run up this way for at least a little bit, and then we'll head back down and maybe do a couple laps in the... Actually, I should take and do some nutrition here so I don't bonk here in a bit. Probably gonna bonk now anyways because I waited so long. Applesauce, yummy. Oh man, we'll have some water. Because I have not drank any water since we started. That was smart of me. So super smart of me. Oh man, I am. It's not that I don't want to run. I don't want to run uphill. Ooh, that sun is just... I'm wearing my running tights, which are pretty much all black, other than the bright yellow, fluorescent yellow on the side of my legs. Make myself more visible. And that sun hitting it is warm. I'm not excited to run on this pavement is really what it is, because I mean, as far as trail shoes go, I have some of the most forgiving as far as running on asphalt that I'm wearing right now, but still, they're not road shoes. Oh man, this is the area that if I was able to afford something in actual Helena, this is kind of the area I would want to be in. Okay, we'll go up to the street sign here and then turn around, because I don't think I'll go much further before I lose signal. Because just a little ways up is where the road turns to the right and starts going behind a little knob. Plus, it just keeps getting steeper and steeper. Sunny Vista. Okay, well, that was half a mile extra. That'll give us 1 mile, at least. We can always do. Man, those elk horns. I don't know if anybody has ever noticed, certain conditions, the mountains just look way bigger and closer than other times. And when it's just slightly cloudy like this, they always just look way more closer and bigger and everything. Man, they just look really cool right now. Look so cool. Oh, now I can't see the screen even if I want to do. What the heck? My lenses are clean. I cleaned off my lenses because last night I could see issues with them. It's still glaring pretty good. I guess that's not as bad. Get on this side of the road. This guy's gonna hate me, but I wasn't expecting somebody to come behind me so fast. There's like a couple cars. But it looked like he was moving over to go around it. Oh well. But he's pretty much driving down the center of the road anyways. Now I'm running into the wind. That wind is chilly. Of course, the sun's going behind the clouds now too. My sunglasses up so I can see. Oh man, I still got to go another 14 miles, 13 miles ish. It's gonna be rough. Again, it's not that I'm not like wore out or tired or anything. I'm just unmotivated. That's what sucks. I'm just not motivated right now. So it's just the thought of just being out here is what's killing me. And the views here though are pretty cool. The views are pretty dang cool. You got way over there is Canyon Ferry Reservoir. It's a big old lake that sits between the far ridge and then the far ridge. And those mountains over there are pretty high. They're just shy of 10,000. Oh, I can't see. Somebody new. Andre. Oh, from, what was it, Russia? Am I remembering that right? I don't remember. Sun came back out. Gosh, I keep flipping my sunglasses up and down and up and down and up and down. Yeah, so you can see how much, well, you guys probably can't see how much snow is up there, but that is my hunting area in the far thing back there. Oh, we're still in the same city. Just downtown is way over there. We're just out running out in the rural areas. I know it looks completely different in the daytime versus the nighttime, but no, we're still in Helena, Montana. Oh, that is just chilly. I was getting warm because that sun was shining on me as I was running with the wind. That's why I didn't even know there was a breeze. Now I'm running headwind or right into the breeze, and it is chilly. I was easily from running the other direction with the sun shining on me to now running this direction with the sun hidden behind a cloud. Well, now it just popped out again. That is easily a 10 degree difference. It's only like 30 degrees out right now. or what would that be, -1 Celsius right now. Run right back down to this park. Hope that sun stays out, because I don't usually say that. It was nice earlier because the sun wasn't out, but now I'm freezing. My fingers are cold. Uh-oh. Did I just lose everything? I can't tell. Am I still live? I lost chat, completely lost chat, so I have no idea if I'm live. It says I'm still live, but am I live? Okay, chat is back, I guess. I lost everything. But chat is back. All of a sudden, all my chat just went blank. Oh, Spider-Man! Talked to you for a long time. Okay, we're good. I was gonna say, it was gonna be a boring, at least 2 more hours of running if my stream went down. I can't be left alone with my own thoughts when I'm out running around like this. It's like when I was down in Arizona and I was helping fill in as producing some live streams down there for Air Viper Running, because they were already live doing a bunch of stuff out for Javelina, the race Javelina, and so they needed somebody to help with another event. And so very first episode I'm in there and needed to log in to my my Strava. So I need to log into my Strava so that I could bring up the athlete's Strava data from the day before so we could preview it. Well, in order to do that, I log in through into my Strava with my Gmail. As soon as I logged in with my Gmail, it kicked out, unlogged YouTube Studio and all that stuff that is being utilized for this stream that I'm producing. We're live. And I'm like, so then YouTube Studio logged out. So I couldn't even tell if we were still live or anything. I was so freaking out. And then luckily people in the chat said we were still live, so we're able to produce the show, but I'm still trying to produce the show, flipping back between scenes and camera shots, all this stuff while the host is on there doing his thing, talking to people. Close your eyes for a few minutes. I got the bridge. Yeah, go get some shut eye. Far back. But yeah, I had to call the one of the other peeps, be like, hey, what's the login information for your guys' YouTube, so that I could get logged back in, because I wouldn't be able to shut the stream down after it ended. I wouldn't be able to end the live. It would just sit there with a black screen endlessly. So they had to give me the password, username and password, And then because of two-factor, it got sent to, I'm like, okay, whose phone is this going to get sent to? Hopefully not Jamil Curry's, because he's out racing. Like, he's literally on a race course racing right now on a 100-mile race. It's like, so whose phone is this going to go to give me to authenticate? And whoever's it was, as soon as I typed in the password, like 5 seconds later, I was approved. So I'm doing pretty good. We are doing our kickstart for my next training block this week, which for me is always just trying to do as many miles as I can to shock my body into knowing the stress of training. And then next week we'll back off the mileage a little bit, but do a little more higher intensity stuff, and then just continue to build up. But this week it timed out perfectly, so I was back here in Montana that I can live stream all this. Here where I'm at. Sometimes it's hard to live stream my runs. Oh man. Come on, son, come back out. I'm freezing. Freezing. There's a deer off to the left over here looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? Just staring at me like, dude. Oh, there's a couple deer too. There's some in the grass that don't care. There's a little creek drainage over there. It's gonna be my luck. We got probably another I don't know, maybe half a mile to the train tracks. Here comes a car behind me. It'd be my luck that when we get up there, there's going to be a train that's going to come and then stop, waiting for a train to come from the other direction. That's going to be my luck. And then I'll have to stand around for about half hour till the train leaves, because there's no way to get around it. Although at that point I might just turn around and go back and go back the other direction, like what do you do? Because the only way to get around it is to run back up the road to where we hit that intersection, go that way over to the highway. It's only a 7-8 mile detour you have to make. And I only say that because off in the distance I actually can hear a train. I mean, it's still, I can't see it, so that means it's easily 5 or 6 miles away, but I can definitely hear it coming down off the Continental Divide. Little cool historical thing right here. This is part of the old like military fort that existed a long time ago. I'm pretty sure this is like the old stables, I guess, of the military fort, which is now just all that over there. Even though there's still some old buildings over there too, 100-year-old buildings, but this is what exists of the old military stables, I think, if I remember right. And those are, 120-year-old ruins probably. In fact, I think that's the only thing that's left of anything prior to probably 1920s. Everything else has all been World War II. They modernized everything out at the military base out here. The only thing that's left of even those old buildings is a few cinder block buildings that they renovated, I guess you could say. They're mostly just like storage buildings, and then a couple of the old like latrines and showers, the old brick, those are still there, but they're all condemned. You can't go inside of them or anything. Oh, and there's only maybe 2 of those left out there, because pretty much everything else has just either been demolished and modernized or fell down on its own, because they a lot of them just got destroyed on their own from earthquakes and stuff. Because we do get surprisingly more frequent earthquakes than people realize here. Oh man. Okay, now my legs are actually starting to feel it a little bit. Starting to feel it. We're only 8 miles in. This is not good. Eight miles in. Hopefully 12 miles to go. I mean, if I don't get 20, I'll just run again tonight. But I was hoping to just knock it all out at once. I was hoping that I was gonna feel so good that I could get like 24 miles or so, maybe even 30 in, but I can see that's not gonna happen. Mostly not because I don't think like my body could do it. It's just so unmotivated to run today and in this area to get big miles like that, you're just zigzagging around the valley so much that it's just boring. Which is why I was freaking out when the stream went down, because if I didn't have anybody to talk to, I would have just ended the stream and walked home. Which from here would be about 5 miles, but for me to get home, but I'd walk it, I wouldn't care. Whatever. Call an Uber. Okay, we're successfully going to make it across the train tracks. That's good. As the gates start to go down. That would have been funny. Because sometimes come from the left over here, it's all wood and tree covered. Sometimes it's like has to get way up here before you hear it. Sneaky. Oh man. Okay, we're gonna take a little resty rest. Even though this is all downhill, I have more miles already this week on my legs than the previous 2 weeks combined. Now, not the week before that, because the week before that I raced a 50K. If it wasn't for that 50K though, I didn't have very many miles for like months before that. Like pretty much since UTMB, which was September like 1st, 2nd, 3rd, somewhere around there. Like I was averaging, well, that first week after that race, I did like 5 miles is all that week. So it was a 106 mile race. Needed to, with 40,000 feet of vert, so I needed to take a little bit of a resty rest there. And then after that, the only reason why I was running is because I was touring Europe, and so I'd be going to these places in Europe, these cities and everything, and I wanted to see everything, so I was just running around the city. Even then, it was like, I'd be in a city for 2 days. I'd only run one of them because I'd run like, around the city for 12 miles or whatever and pretty much see all the touristy things and not so touristy things. And then, so then the next day, next day was at some point usually a travel day. But so at the most I was running like 3 times a week. So I was only averaging maybe 30 miles, 35 miles a week, which for me, for some people is a lot. For me, isn't. That's like hardly running for me. But that's what I averaged for a good month and a half. And even I'd go back and look, and even the week I ran the 50K, which was 3 weeks ago, somewhere around there. And even counting that, I think that week I might have had maybe 43 miles or something like that. So I haven't done a lot of mileage. And since then, I really haven't done a lot of mileage. So to already be at, let's see, what would I be at? Because we're almost at the 9 mile mark. Oh, well, not almost, I guess. We're still a third of a mile away from the 9 mile mark. But we'll just factor 9. So I would be at over 50 miles already for the week. Because I did 16, 15, that's 31, 17, which would be 48. So I've done 48. Oh no, that was 48 plus 9. 48 plus 9 is, wow, it's hard to do math when you're out here running. 48 plus 9 is 57. So I've done 57 miles already this week. And I still got, 3 days to go? Although Saturday won't be a whole lot unless I decide to double. Because I think Saturday I'm going to be on a group run with the Peeps in Bozeman. And that's probably only going to be like 7 miles or something. And then Sunday, I don't plan on doing that much either, because Monday is when I start hitting hard, doing some more higher intensity stuff. So I don't want to have tired legs going into next week's training. Although Monday will be mountains. I might just do Nessa's route if the mountain is still bare, doesn't have any snow on it. And that's about 5 miles is all, with, I don't know, 1,400 feet of vert probably. So we'll see. Might maybe do a double, maybe do just an easy 10K at night or something maybe. And then Tuesday that'll be my first tempo run in about, I don't know, 2 years. Nice, that was nice. Timed it going across there just perfect. Okay, I think we might let's see, I'm at 9. So when I get over there, I would be at 10. So if I went straight home, that would only put me at 14. So if I do another loop out here, that would gain me another mile. That'd be 15. Unless I do a big loop. I don't know, let's see how we feel. This is a nice little path to run on. That's why if I'm going to be doing any loops, I want it to be out here and not in, like back on Centennial Park, where it's asphalt. But also Centennial Park would be nice, because then if I just really don't feel like getting the extra miles by doing loops, I'm only a mile from home. So I don't know. Oh, I need to do another gel. I don't want to be bonking. Hopefully I can get it open, because my hands are cold. It just got freezing again after that sun went away. Okay, I was able to successfully tear that open. Holy cow. I mean, I'm even kind of, my mouth and face is so cold, I'm kind of slurring my words a bit. I can't even get all this spring energy out, because I can't smooth out the package. My fingers don't want to work. Let's see if we can do this here. Okay, how about if I just stop walking and focus on this? Maybe that'll work a little better. There we go. Okay, we're good for a few more miles now. And I should drink some water because I haven't done a lot of that on this run. And I just dropped my glove trying to put it on. Oh, where's my battery at? We'll let it keep charging for a little bit more before we take it off charger, because my right arm is not getting tired, but because your arm is bent for so long, it like straightening it out kind of like my bicep is all stiff and doesn't want to straighten out. But since I have the cord plugged in for my spare battery, I can't hold it in my left hand. I'm constantly holding it in my right. Whew, I'm gonna have to pee again when we get back over to the pit toilets. Gosh dang, I am not running fast anymore. Like, I will not even be at a 5 mile an hour pace. What is that, a 12:30 per mile average? Which again, I'm not concerned about pace. I'm supposed to be doing it really easy. But I was hoping to stick between the 9 and 10 minute miles, which I did do for the first 6 miles. Since then, that tells you how slow I've been doing these last few miles. Although, running uphead lane, because that is just long uphill. I mean, we did 2 miles just uphill. That sucked. And then because of that, the downhill was slow because I was just not feeling it after that. Whew. Okay. My sunglasses back on for a little bit. Sun is bright, which makes it harder for me to read chat, but oh well. Drink a little more water, maybe blow my snot out. Oh man, I can't see. One bad thing, the glare off the sun. I can't, because from running, my face is warm, so then it fogs up my sunglasses a bit, or at least creates a little bit of a glare. It's hard for me to see ahead of me this direction. I hear an excavator up there with these squeaky tracks, but I know that's what it is, or some sort of, I mean, it could be a bulldozer, something with tracks on it, because there's a development up here, like a residential development. But it sounds like almost like kids screaming and playing on a playground. At least I think that's what it is. Maybe it's a bunch of dogs barking at each other. I don't know. Oh, what am I gonna have for? Well, my whole meal is gonna be thrown off for the day. Well, since I'm doing so many gels during this run, I won't be having my second breakfast like I normally do. So I guess I won't really be thrown off too much. I'll just go right into lunch. I don't know what I'm going to have for lunch. Been pretty much having the same thing. Steak and eggs for my second breakfast every day. And then lunch is usually like a protein smoothie, which you might say, well, that's not a lunch, but that's not enough for a lunch. But when I make one, I get like almost 3 glasses out of that thing. So it's actually a lot of calories. I'm probably getting 700-800 calories out of that. and not a lot of sugar, so it's fairly healthy. Nice little fruit smoothie. And I had some protein powder and stuff like that in it. Collagen, peptides, and stuff. But as cold as it is, I'm definitely going to want something a little bit warmer. But who knows if I have any meats defrosted. I got tons of eggs. I go through tons of eggs in a week. I think I go through an 18 pack of eggs in a week. Actually, probably even a little less. Probably every 6 days I go through 18 pack. At least that's what it seems like. They're a good source of protein. And if you eat the entire egg, it doesn't have bad cholesterol in it. That's the one thing, misnomer about, oh, just have egg whites or whatever. No, if you eat it together, it actually is good for you. It's the same thing with sugar. Morning. If you have just high sugary things, where it's just the sugar, like that's why fruit juice is so bad, because you're just getting the bad part of the fruit. So if you were just to eat the egg yolk, then yeah, that's not going to be good for you. But if you eat the fruit with all the fiber, natural fiber, and all that kind of stuff in it, actually your body can digest all that sugar better, metabolize it, I should say, not necessarily just. It'll metabolize it, and it's just not as much sugar. You know, it's like there's such a thing as good fats, like avocados. It's not bad for you. Oh. Oh, this is just a slogfest today. I mean, now that we've gotten on this flat, I'm actually moving at like a low 9-minute mile pace, but my legs are getting to the point where they're not happy. And I got another, hopefully 10 miles, a little less than that to go. Might maybe do another small loop. And I could do that. It just feels, I don't know. I might just do first things first. Since we've been doing movie quotes all day, first things first. Where's your clapper? Got a crap on deck that could choke a donkey. Even though I don't need a crap, but I do need to pee. So we're gonna head over here to the crappa. And I'm gonna unplug my phone for a bit. Should be charged up for at least another hour now. Whew. Set you guys there. Wrap my cord up so I can stuff it in my vest pocket. Oh man. Okay. Oh, let's take a little moment and we'll do another little one of these. I'm at least gonna go this way. And then once we come back to this intersection, we'll decide if we want to do another loop or not. Because that should put me at the 15-mile mark for getting back, I mean. Which might be the way to go. Because then I could just do a 10K tonight. Because I'm really enjoying the night runs. Maybe that's what we'll do. I really wanted to just do this in one go, but because then I just don't have to worry about it. Oh. Whew. But the fact that I'm actually already at this point is really good. So maybe we'll just do this little loop here. Again, we'll see. I might run tonight anyways, even no matter what I do, but that actually might be what I do. Because I'd have enough time to rest, enough to be able to knock out a 10K tonight. Because if I do it all, I am not running tonight. But I've actually been really enjoying the night runs. That is definitely like an excavator or something, now that we've gotten closer. Excavator or a bulldozer or something. I can't quite see it. I mean, you can see the development up here that they're working on. I can see the exhaust, but I can't quite tell what kind of a piece of machinery it is. These are the people that just freaking kill me. These moms out here just crushing it, pushing a stroller while they're running. And here I'm just like dying, just running. And like, I mean, I guarantee she's running faster pace than I am. And she's just out here, like, no big deal. Just out running, pushing a baby stroller, don't mind me. It's like, people always talk about, you know, dad strength and stuff, but I mean, shout out to the moms out there. Mom strength. Like, I ran with a lady last weekend during the group run, and this wasn't like a, you know, just a easy whatever run. This was a 10K mountain run that we did with decent amount of vert, and she just had a baby like 2 months ago. And I'm like, gosh dang, you're crushing it. It's just nuts. You know, it kind of makes me, it reminds me of one of my old units I was in. Must be getting close to lunchtime because everybody's showing up here now. But one of the females in my unit, she was is a medical unit. And granted, I mean, she's a physical therapist, so most of the time they're very fitness oriented and stuff. And this is the old APFT. You know, this is probably, what would it, probably 12, maybe more than that, like 13, 14 years ago probably. And she gave birth to a baby, and then like 3 months later we had our APFT, and so she ended up good morning, hey puppers, oh, are you excited to go for a run? She had came in because she just took the PT test, diagnostic by the way, because she wasn't able, you know, by rules, I mean, she just gave birth, so she has a long time. Hello. Has a long time to, you know, get back into shape and stuff like that, but she wanted to just take a diagnostic for shits and giggles. She was going to be one of our graders for the next day. So keep in mind, she took a full PT test and she pushed herself. She maxed everything. So, and by max, that means 100 points in each event. It was just a 3-event PT test at that time. Maxed everything. And we also had what you called an extended scale. So even though officially you only got a 300, but on the extended scale you could get above and beyond that. And I think the most I ever got on the extended scale was like 330 something. I mean, that's like rocking out a 10 something 2 mile run. And for push-ups and sit-ups, I rarely did more than like 5 or 6, just because, well, one, it's about all I could do. But she anyway, she only got like a 330 something, and I say that in reference to what I just said I had the most got. And she got like a 330 something, and she was so disappointed that she insisted on being able to take it the next day. So she retook the PT test. And most people, when they take the PT test, they're laid up for like a week. I mean, it is, if you're pushing yourself, it's going to take you out for a few days. Just full body workout. So she took it the next day and ended up getting a 380 something. It's like, you just had a baby 3 months ago. It's like, you were just a beast. Okay, what do we want to do? So we could do this loop again. See, I'm at 11. I think I'm just going to head back. Because now that I started running again, I actually feel pretty good. But I think we'll head back. And we'll see how I feel once we get to Centennial Park. Or if I'm really not feeling good, we'll just turn and go up Benton Street next to the college. But we're going to try and make it to Centennial Park. See how we feel. If I feel good enough, I might do a lap or two there. But man, I really want to run on this though. If I was to run out here, I would force myself to then have to get my mileage. Of course, now I'd have to pass the lady with the golden retrievers again, which is awkward. We'll just go this way and maybe do a little extra around Centennial Park. Yeah. We'll just keep going. That way I'm not walking, trying to think of what I want to do and stiffening up. We're just going to keep going. I mean, at a minimum, if I was to turn right now on Benton, because I got to go there. There's no there's no other ways to go. At a minimum, if I go the shortest way back home, at a minimum, I'm going to get 15 miles. Actually, it's going to be a little over 15 miles. So that right there is further than I've done in a very, very long time. Because even though I've been averaging between 15, 16 miles so far this week, I've been doing it in 2 runs each day. Usually about a 9 or 10 mile run in the morning and then 10K at night, or like yesterday I was able to knock out 13 miles in the morning, and then I just did a 5K last night. But sun is shining pretty strong. I'm actually starting to warm up, which means I'm going to start sweating more, and if the sun goes away and that temperature drops again like it did half hour ago, I'm going to freeze. So I would rather be closer to the finish line. It is amazing though. I know the reason why I feel as good as I do right now is because proper fueling during this run. It's amazing how much better you feel on a run if you fuel properly. Even if I get all my miles in right now, I could always just go for a nice little walk this evening could still stream that. So walk would be nice to, make sure the legs stay loose and everything. Oh, now that I'm closer, I can see that is a bulldozer that I was hearing. I want to sit down on that bench. That would be so nice. Oh, there's a school bus here at the Montana Wild Center. Must be a little field trip with some kids. That's cool. Because it is an educational center as well as a wildlife rehab. It's actually where I took my bow hunter's education course years ago. Cool, some of the stuff that schools are able to do now, some of the programs and stuff, especially being that they're always struggling with funding, where they can't even keep band programs and sometimes even sports programs up. But being able to take field trips to something like this, like when I was in Madera Canyon down in Arizona, there was kids that were up there doing on field trips, doing stuff, and that trail up there is really cool because it actually has some it's set up to be educational, the whole trail. It has all the different species of plants, and there's a bunch of stuff, educational stuff on a lot of the animals and stuff. So it's cool to see that schools still are able to, sponsor programs like that. I mean, if anything, what was that beep? Oh, that was my watch telling me I hit mile 12, but I didn't feel it, so I was confused. I was like, what the heck was that? I do have to say, though, that Europe does things right when it comes to education systems. There's a reason why U.S. kids are falling behind on the world stage. In general, I say. I mean, there's some states where if you're, say a kid committed enough, you can actually get ahead. go through AP programs, or I mean, some of these AP programs, like in Washington, you know, you're able to start taking college classes in high school. So then when you get to college, and it doesn't cost you anything. And so then when you get to college, not only are you, you know, already got electives knocked out to where you don't have to worry about it, but it's also cheaper. Of course, it's lunchtime, so timing of people is going to be crazy. We'll wait for the car's going to wait so I can go. People go through there. That's a 35-mile-an-hour zone, and it just changes to 35, mind you. On the one side it's 25 right before that. Then further on down it changes into a 45, and in the 45 people will do 60, 65, which that road is so squirrely I would never want to do it. It's really narrow, uneven. Like, I would never do that fast in my van. I don't even do 45 in my van. But right there where it's 35, people will do still 45, 50 miles an hour. See, that sun went away. Now I'm freezing. It should pop out here, at least in a couple minutes, right? Another 3 to 5 minutes, it should pop back out. But, man. It easily, when that sun goes away, feels like it drops 10 degrees. Somebody that was, when we first started running down this path, was only like a quarter mile ahead of us, if even that. Man, they must have just took off. 'Cause I'm running at 9:30, which, I mean, is not incredibly fast, but it's not a slow pace either. And I haven't seen them since. They just took off. There's a lot of fast people here, though, in this town. You got two ex-elites. They were never pros, but one of them might have actually been a pro. They're really standouts, I guess you could say, from this area. One of them now coaches the college cross-country team here, and then I think the other one is a high school track and field cross-country coach. Yeah, one of them still holds. Well, actually, she might have had one of them got broke this last year, but the local race, the big race here, Governor's Cup, she held the course record for marathon, half marathon, 10K, 5K, and then there was another distance. I don't remember what it was, like 12K or 15K or something like that they don't do anymore, so she'll always hold that record. But she might have had one of them get broke this year, either the 5K or the 10K. last year, I guess, 2023, last June. She's my age. And last May, earlier part of May when I was here, or middle of May, I don't even remember now when it was. She was doing some intervals in Centennial Park, and I was not running fast, but I was pushing myself. It was not an easy pace for me. And funny thing is her easy pace, like in between intervals, was way faster than what I was doing. So then when she took out to do some of her intervals, she was flying. I was like, man, I wish I could run that fast. So I always laugh about these macho guys that will do anything they can so that a girl doesn't pass them, when they're out running. Oh, I gotta walk for a little bit. Give my ladies a little breather here. It's like, and I even experience it myself sometimes. You get these guys that it doesn't matter if it's a girl or a guy. It's like, you're not gonna pass me. It's like that guy in when I was live streaming in DC, and we were running in between World War II Memorial and the Washington Monument, that little section, which is slightly uphill, not too bad, but coming from the Lincoln to the World War II, I was slowly catching this guy, and he could tell I was catching him, and he would speed up a little bit, so I would speed up a little bit, and then when you get to the street crossing at the World War II Memorial, he had to stop and wait, so that's when I caught him. And I mean, I would have probably in a couple hundred more yards, I would have caught him anyways. And he took off. As soon as that light changed, that dude, he just booked it. And I could tell he was like damn near redlining it. I'm not even close to redline. So I just picked it up. I mean, it was faster than I wanted to run, but I just picked it up a little bit more. And then he gave it his all to try and keep ahead of me. I just picked it up a little bit more again and passed him. And then I really picked it up just to bury him. Running up to the Washington Monument. Now we're running uphill. And I just left him. And you can just see the defeat in his face. As he's like full red line. And I'm barely starting to start breathing hard. I mean, he was probably, I think when I passed him, I was doing like a 6.5 minute mile. But, I mean, I was in a lot better fitness back then. So, like my threshold pace was like a 5:20. So, like my conversational pace was like a 6:30. Man, to have that speed back, that's only been 2 years. But to be able to get that speed back, which, I mean, this training block, I will be focusing on a lot of that. that back then I still felt good running those paces. What was it, 2 days ago, 3 days ago? Running downhill, I was running like a 6:15, and that killed me. Although I do know I can still run a 540 mile because I did that 3 times a couple weeks ago during Javelina, during the live stream, because the podium finishers for the men, that's what they ran the last mile in, and I'm chasing them with a camera. So I know I can do it. Although the second place guy at the end, I don't know what he finally was pushing, but he dropped me and String Bean, who was an elite pro, dropped him too. In the last, I don't know, 100 yards or so. So he was easily dropped down to probably, a 5:10, 5:15 mile in that last couple 100 yards. You want to running the road? David Goggins. But, so I know I can still do that speed, but I'm definitely not actually doing it. Oh, that's the person that I was talking about earlier that was ahead of me by like quarter mile. It was like, gosh dang, she must have been moving because I lost track of her. Yeah, she was, because now she's come back the other direction. She probably made it all the way up to there. She turned around going back the other direction now. Oh man. Do I got anything other than spring energy left? I need a little something. Nothing on that side. Let's try this other side. Oh, looks like there was an accident or something up here. Oh, there's one. That's why the traffic's moving all slow. Or something. What the heck is going on? There's like tons of people walking too. Is there like some sort of walking parade going on or something up here? I don't know. I mean, it could be anything with the college right there. Maybe there's some sort of sporting event going on. Okay, now we get apple again, which isn't my favorite of these. I much prefer the apple mango or the apple banana, apple strawberry, even the gimme fives. But yeah, it's all good. Something is definitely slowing down the traffic. I saw flashing lights, and then again, like I said, I saw like 40 people walking down the path. Okay, we'll put that away. I think I'm gonna, now that sun's out, it looks like it's gonna be out for quite a while. Where did the cloud go? There was just a huge cloud right here. Like literally, it just disappeared, like it evaporated. Oh well. But now that sun's out, I can actually take my gloves off it has warmed up quite a bit since we started out this morning. It's easily maybe it's easily 15 degrees warmer. Might even be a little warmer than that. Like I said, it was 30 degrees or -1 Celsius when we started this morning, and the high for today is supposed to get up to low to mid 50s. I don't know what that is in Celsius, about what, 10 degrees Celsius maybe? 8? Maybe it's closer to 8. I don't know. All I know is -40 is the same for both Celsius and Fahrenheit, and 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And so I can kind of factor based upon that. I actually got to where I knew pretty well what it was, at least a little bit warmer, with all the time I spent in Europe this summer. Whew. Look at that. Perfect. Oh yeah, there's something going on over here. There's school buses galore. Wonder what's going on. Those are all little kids. Those are all little kids. They're from Helena. Huh. I don't know. Who knows? If I ever do get a normal job again, I want to be in like a place like this, where you're, something either like this or doing steel work or something like that on like big skyscrapers. To me, that just seems like it'd be really fun. You're doing manual labor but also learning a skill. I've sat behind a desk for like 20 years. I do not want to do that anymore. Man, there's just tons and tons of school buses out here. Looks like all the kids are going into the stadium or coming from the stadium. I wonder what's going on. Okay, everybody hold your breath. We're running around the solid waste transfer station. Doesn't have the best smells in the world. I still think it's funny that that's where they have this running path going around. Okay, we made it past that bad smelling part. Now we just got to get past the mulch pile, which also stinks. Okay, which way do we want to go? I mean, we'll be over 15 if we go straight back. I might maybe run this way and maybe do one loop extra. I don't know, we'll see how motivated I am when I get up here a little further. All these people, now that it's a little bit warmer, that are dressed in shorts and either just a long sleeve shirt or like that girl, a short sleeve shirt. No, she had a long sleeve on, I think. Don't really remember. But they all have shorts. Here I am in my running tights, a jacket, a hat on, because I've been out here for almost 3 hours now running. So I figured we'd be about 4, which would be correct if I was to do the full 20. But I don't think I'm going to do the full 20. Surprised there's not more people out here, because lunchtime, and usually you get a lot of people out here lunchtime. But it is what it is. I'm gonna have to spend an hour with a massage gun when we get back. My legs are gonna be so tired. Actually starting to feel my glutes a little bit, which is a little strange because I'm not doing a lot of uphill or anything, and I'm not stepping it out, but definitely feeling them. Oh man. I want to take my hat off because it is warmed up so much now that sun is out the whole time. I'm afraid if I do that, because my head is so sweaty, that I'm going to freeze, and then my hat will be wet and cold. So if I put it back on, it's not going to help. We're going to do at least one more lap on this little park, or we're going to do a lap. We haven't done a lap yet on this park. The wind shifted direction too. But since that sun's out, it's a warmer wind, which actually would make sense with the direction of the wind. I'm gonna take my hat off. Oh, that's cold. That is cold. Oh man. My arms have been bent so much holding onto the gimbal that straightening them out actually hurts a little bit. Like in a good way. You know, it's like if you're like on a train or something, your legs are, you know, bent the whole time, and then you get to like straighten them out because the person across from you is left, you know, or plane or whatever it happens to be. How it kind of hurts but feels good in the same way. Remember to send an email to Impact Montana and just, you know, possibly do, it'd be out of my own pocket, but possibly do a little bit of a sponsor, but mostly just get my name out as a coach in the veteran community. I know the guy that runs that. It's a great organization. I've done some of their races too, just because they put on some good events. Done like they have I don't know what they call it, warrior run or something like that, and it's like a 10k 5k 1 mile, but they have them situated where you can do all three of them, and it's back to back to back. You're talking like maybe a 15-20 minute break depending on how fast you run them in between each event. So, and I've done that trifecta a couple times. It is no joke. By the time I get to running that mile at the end, because the mile, I think, is the last race. I think it goes 10k, 5k, 1 mile. Maybe it's the other direction. I don't remember, because it's been probably 4 years since I've done it. Whatever that last event is, though, you are just freaking, if you're actually racing, you're spent. I mean, if you're just going out there and just doing fun runs, it wouldn't be as bad. But I mean, if you think about it, you're running a half marathon, so it's no joke. But also, if you're just going out there and taking your time, then you may not catch the beginning of your next race. So you have to at least put in an effort. Oh, I forgot. One of these directions on this loop is a segment for local legend status. And I don't remember if it's that or this. Oh well. It don't matter anyways. I haven't done it enough times to be even close. This would be my first time doing the loop in forever. before I left, I did this quite a bit because it was still kind of snowy up in the mountains, and this was fairly clear and everything, so I could run here. So I had it last spring. I had local legend status here. I had to run like, I don't know, 12 or 13. This is where a lot of people, especially that time of year, if they're training for the Governor's Cup Marathon here, or any of the races, this is where people come to put in their miles. Out what that we're talking about, how there's kind of a little like tinging sound or something smacking against something else in my back of my pack, and I bet you it's my emergency whistle that I hear. Because I don't know what else it would be. Comes a train. That's got to be the train that we heard an hour ago coming down off the mountain. It was probably just because they got to come down slow. So I'm guessing it was just slowly coming down. Coal train coming back empty. Heading over towards eastern Montana to fill back up again. I mean, who knows if it was. I mean, there's a couple coal power plants over in Washington that it could have been, it could drop its stuff off to, but it very well could go all the way to the Seattle-Tacoma area for the shipping ports over there, and it could go, get loaded onto a huge ship somewhere. Who knows? Oh, this hill, it's tough. My legs are getting as tired as they are right now. I can't decide if I want to do another lap or not. Oh man, I gotta plug my phone back in again. Been out here for quite a long time. That means I gotta carry this thing in my right arm again. There we go. Oh man. Okay. There's that breeze. It's not as cold as it was earlier, so not too bad. Okay, I would be able to get 17 miles if we go back. Pretty sure. Well, I could always, when we get to downtown, just run around for a couple blocks to make sure I got the 17. But then, if I did that, I would only have to, I could do a little 5K tonight. That way I can still get in a little night run. Because those are rather enjoyable. I didn't think I was going to enjoy them, but the last few nights I've been enjoying them. Actually, I could run. I might do that. I think we're going to cut across right here, short, and do just a little bit and come back through here. Oh, but there's a bunch of little kids. Gosh dang it. Because they're going to walk down that trail. Man, let's go this way. We'll just cut through here. It's like perfect timing with all the little kids. And it's always awkward going past them. One, I don't like to show little kids on stream because there's a bunch of sick weirdos out there. Two, whenever I go by, they're like, because they know about live streaming. Most of the time their teachers and adults have no clue what it is. And then you run by them and they're all excited and they're like, are you live streaming? Are you I'll either get, are you a YouTuber or are you on Twitch? Because they know what that is. And I'll be like, yeah. And then they'll all insist on saying hi to everybody. So it's just awkward. I'll just go this way and get just a little bit extra that I need to make sure that when I get back, I'm at 17. No question about it. Oh, man. But I am, even though I've been doing good with nutrition, this run, I'm running out of gas. Man, I am. The V8 right now is running on 6 cylinders. By the time we get back, I'll probably only be on 4 cylinders. Comes a guy on an e-bike. Stay out of his way. I just saw a couple people up here running. I don't see them anymore. So confused. Unless they went this way. Could have easily gone that way. Or really, just for where they were at, they could have gone under the tunnel too. Could have gone under the tunnel. And I'm starting to feel my calf muscle a little bit too. Oh, look at the good puppers. Weimaraners are cool looking dogs. And if they weren't as big as they are, they're a little bit bigger than a Vizsla, probably would have got a Weimaraner. But I like my Vizslas. They're the perfect size, great personalities. There's that breeze. Now we're going full on into it. But at least it's not as cold as it was earlier. Up. It was like when we started this morning, it was dead calm, and then it was just a very, very slight breeze about an hour into our run. And since then, it's been just slowly picking up a little bit more and a little bit more. Oh, are you kidding me? All the kids are up here. What are the kids doing up here? They always go on that other path. Are you kidding me? I would have gone the other way if I would have known that. Okay, well, we're gonna cut across the grass here. Actually, let's see where they're going. Could take the high route and then turn and come back if they're all going to the climbing wall area and possibly over here to the playground. We'll just avoid it. We'll go this way. We'll go this way. There's like kids coming from all directions. Like, I can't even go to the left because there's all those kids that were coming from that direction. And then can't go to the right because there's kids coming from that direction. I don't want kids on my stream. Oh, yeah, yeah, my hamstring, I can feel it. My left hamstring that I've been having issues with. That I pulled during UTMB. That has been feeling fairly good. Like even after the 50K, it didn't feel bad. But I am definitely feeling it now. Definitely feeling it. Oh, let's jump back over the path now. We've gotten past all the kids. Yeah, we're just gonna head back. My leggies are breaking down worse and worse as we go now. But we're almost to 17 miles. Well, I mean, we just hit 16 and a half, I guess. So we're not almost to 17. But I can say I've officially made it past into the long run category. For me, a mid-distance run is up to about 16 miles. So past that is approaching the long run, but I mean, really for the most part, most of my long runs are between 20 and 30 miles for the distances I race. Anywhere that 16 to 20 mile range is kind of a weird gray area for me. It's like, you know, just push yourself a little bit more to get a couple extra miles would be more beneficial. Unless I'm doing like a tempo run. If I'm doing a tempo run, it definitely counts in a good range, because like a good tempo run for me would end up being about 16 miles, like at the least amount, least distance. So that'd be like 3 miles warm up, 3 miles cool down with 10 miles in the middle of tempo. It's a pretty good run. There's a lot of hay being moved this time of year, getting ready for winter. I've seen so many semis go by this last 3 or 4 days, just hauling tons and tons of hay. I mean, literally tons of hay. That semi that just went by was probably hauling, 20 to 30 tons of hay, as well as being tons of hay. I know I'm not as funny as I think I am. Shadows here. It's hard for me to see even with my sunglasses on looking into the sun, since this time of year the sun sits so low. I mean, they're probably not even, I don't know, in Alaska are they at 24 hours of darkness yet? I mean, at the most, they probably only have a couple hours of sunlight. Each day. Oh, this is a little more than my legs can handle right now. Going up this hill. Oh, just walk for a little bit. I'll just walk for a little bit. Oh. Okay, drink some water. Can make this final push. Got about a mile left. So that being the case, I might have to see if we can get to an even 18. Oh man. Oh, of course. Of course. There's no cars. So I can't stop and think about what I need to do. Every other time, I was cursing because timing wise, it always seems like there is a car coming, then I have to wait. I want to wait now. Oh, this hill, killing me. Oh my goodness. But we're getting there. We are getting there. Again, doesn't matter what time of day I come through here, the smell of reefer from wherever that's coming from. I think this is an apartment building across the street. It must be where it's coming from. But it is strong. Oh, shoulders and upper back are a little tight now. After running for so long, holding on to a gimbal and that kind of stuff. Oh. Not quite going to hit the 4-hour mark. It'll probably be about 3.5. As far as running goes, I don't know how long the streams went out because I still had to put my shoes on and everything when I started the stream. But we just missed the light. Oh man, I am beat. Just beat. Pooped, some people might say. We still got about 3/4 of a mile to go. I might just have to get myself a burrito for lunch. Get myself a 12-inch Mission Supreme with steak. Actually, I could go chicken maybe. I could go chicken. 12-inch Mission Supreme with chicken, black beans, and the red sauce. That's the hottest, spiciest, and guacamole. I don't know if sour cream or not, but definitely some guac on there. And then pretty much everything else. Here's some Serranos and stuff. I know them. They live in my building. They're really nice people. Jane, which was the one on the left, was probably my favorite person in that building. She, like all the other old people, kind of have jaded dated views of life in general and society and everything, but she's super, super nice and will do, pretty much anything for anybody, whatever you need. Make sure I don't get hit. Ooh, I could go get some pizza too. What is this? Bakery and cafe. Really? That place used to be somewhere else. It must be in the library now? I don't remember where that used to be. I don't remember where that used to be. Or was it even in Helena? That could be, they might have just opened up another place here in Helena if they were saying Bozeman or somewhere. But, oh man, this hill, every hill, not just this hill, every hill in the last 3 miles, it just destroyed me. As tired as my legs are right now, which is kind of weird to say, being that my legs actually still feel good too. They're just tired. Because there's no soreness. I don't feel little niggles, like cramping niggles or anything like that going on, other than that hamstring that just feels a little tight. But other than that, the legs actually feel good, other than just being tired. I easily could run another 5K, but I don't have the motivation to run another 5K. We're back already, so we'll just finish this up and take a rest and maybe hit another 5K tonight. Just spend some time with the community again. Because I've been getting some of my OGs joining me at nighttime, which is fun. Although it was nice to see Spider-Man come in today. He's one of my OGs from 3-4 years ago. Now, if I stop right at my apartment, I'm not going to get 18. I'll just go a little bit further. I should get the 18 miles. Ooh, something smells good. Did they like fresh pine or something? I wonder if they throw down some mulch somewhere. It's kind of what it smells like. Not really. It doesn't smell like mulch. But who knows? Who knows? They could have just chopped down some branches or something, did some pruning. I was mentioning the other day that I didn't know if Birds and Beasley's is still around, but guess what? It is. I guess not good. Didn't look like they were gonna. Oh. Actually, I'm not gonna have to go much further past my apartment building. Oh. Ooh, that'll be 18 miles. Not a bad little run. Oh, the burrito place is smelling good. Okay, we do still gotta go a 1/10 of a mile down here, which would be good because then I can just walk back and sign off on the stream. Sounds like Irish music or something out here. Okay, we made it. I'm gonna stop it right there. I hope it stops. Don't you dare go over. We'll see what it says on the final. Ah, dang it. It went over. I was hoping it was gonna stop at 17.99, but it rounded up to 18. I didn't stop my watch quick enough. I like to do that for the OCD people that follow me on Strava. I wonder what this place is. I've never actually looked there. I didn't know you could eat there. Obviously you can. It says eat. Looks like a little cafe. I'm gonna do some exploring while I'm here for the next week or two. That's for sure. Okay, well, thank you everybody for joining me on today's run. For those of you that are watching on Kick, please smash that follow button. For those of you on YouTube, please smash that subscribe button. It'd mean a lot to me. And then also come over here to Twitch and smash the follow button here on Twitch. Everybody on Twitch, if you have a free Prime sub that you haven't been using, I would be very appreciative if you use it on me, because it's free. It doesn't cost you anything as long as you have your Amazon Prime account attached or linked to your Twitch. You get a free Prime sub every month, and out of that I get, if you were to use it on me, I get not much, but a little bit that goes towards the fund of to help support me offering free coaching to all our veterans and soldier member and their dependents. So be very appreciative. Offset some of those costs. Anyways, feel free to follow me on my socials. I will most likely go live again tonight. I don't really need to, being that I got 18 miles in, but I probably will, if anything, just walk, for a 5K or something. But depending on how the legs feel, I might run just an easy 5K just to keep my legs loose. And yeah, but that's going to be it. I will see you everybody next time, possibly tonight, tomorrow morning for sure. Bye everybody. I love you all, and thanks for joining me today.